Welcome back, everyone, to Week 5 of Sportsfellas.
Yes, come on, let's get it.
Let's do it.
It's your Sooner Nation ring chasing, tomahawk chopping boy Driz.
This is coming straight out the DMV for the Burgundy and Gold and the Tar Heel Tough, Mr. Brett.
Yes, sir.
Emerging from the black hole, representing the Raider Nation, still faithful, your boy Big Dog.
We're going to keep it short here. We're going to say hook 'em horns, roll tide number 1 and 2, and your Power Quack and Oregon Ducks fan, and your Rocky Mountain High Denver Broncos fan. This is your host, Carlos. You guys, we're going to dive into the college game day of the week. Also, we're going to talk about Chuck's Dugout Wild Card Edition. We do have some surprise news there. Also, Chris's fantasy football lineup, Driz and Lowe's players of the week, and one of our favorite shows, Bruh.
I don't know.
And also, the Quiet Pillow football talk. You know, that's always good. And
The last word of Don.
so before we dive in, let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Hey guys, why don't you check out She Barber Cuts Barbershop and give Markeisha Brown, the licensed professional barber there, a call at 316-218-3566 for all your haircut needs. She's got cuts for kids, adults, and for those looking for the good one, the deluxe with beard trims, wash, and hot towels. So don't forget to give Markeisha a call at She Barber Cuts and see her at 2319 North Ridge, Barber Suite 6A here in Wichita, Kansas.
College game day of the week. This is going to be nice. The Red River Shootout.
No. So you put the Red River rivalry, right? That's next week. OU's on a bye this week.
Oh, Lord, I messed that one
Yeah,
up.
no, because I'm not sure if Texas is on a bye either.
Technical
but,
difficulties, everybody.
But there is a good one that I see on here.
Okay, dealer's choice. Which one?
Missouri versus A&M. That looks like a good one.
Sure, why not?
Top 25 matchup, SEC matchup.
All right. Hey, shout out to our boy Eric over there in Turkey. Big Mizzou fan. Who are you taking, Driz?
I'm taking Mizzou. They look good, and they're one of my favorite teams too. I do like Mizzou. I think they're doing really good this season. So yeah, give me them.
I don't know what I'm prepared to do this one, so I guess I'll take Mizzou also. But.
Well, I don't like Mizzou, but since they're ranked, I'll have to give them a slight edge in this one.
I'll just give it to him too as well. Support our friends there. All right. Well, that was kind of interesting. Okay, let's move on over to Chuck's Dugout Wild Card Edition. So we just got news that the Detroit Tigers advance. They will face the Cleveland Guardians after defeating the Baltimore Orioles at home. They got swept. Also, we have right now in the top of the 8, we have Kansas City up. The Royals are up 2-1 against the Baltimore. Now I screwed this one up. It was Detroit that defeated Houston,
Yes.
the Astros.
Yes.
Chuck, what happened to your team?
Hey, everybody's up in applause right now. Everybody's sick and tired of Houston going to the championship, and I am so happy that they got swept in the wild card. I am so happy, guys. I don't think you guys understand. Being an Angels fan, oh man, this is great.
I feel the same way about the Chiefs. As I was saying, yeah, about that. So the New York Mets, they're up 1 against Milwaukee, and also the San Diego Padres is up 1 against the Atlanta Braves. Stay tuned, you guys. Next week we'll start talking about in the next rounds of the playoffs. Before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Well, I don't know about you folks, but here at Sportsfellas, things can get, well, a nice right funk going on sometimes. And in that time of need, we turn to our friend Kimberly Sampson, our own personal Cincy independent consultant. She is our favorite star consultant, so for your scent needs, get a hold of Kimberly at heavenlyscentswithkim@gmail.com or visit her website, heavenlyscentswithkim.cincy.us. You can also call her at 316-282-7363. That's Kimberly Sampson at Cincy, our favorite independent consultant.
Chris's fantasy football lineup. Driz, who should you put in for week 5?
Man, this is tough. I feel like lately it's been extremely inconsistent, especially with players that you normally wouldn't expect it from. But you're going to have to let me look and think. So this week, there's a bunch of tough matchups. I mean, Kenneth Walker. I think as we see when he's healthy, he puts up 3 touchdowns and carries your fantasy team to a victory. He was in one of my leagues, and he's the reason I won this week. So definitely 100% Kenneth Walker in the RB1 spot. Yeah, man, that's what I got.
Okay, not to be biased, but I'm gonna have to brag on my boy Jaden Daniels. Jay Daniels has been on a rip these past three games, and just representing. I mean, only one interception out of those 3 games, and he is on a tear right now.
Hey, a pick for this week. I would go with Jordan Love going against that Rams defense, who's been giving up a lot of yardage in the air. So right now he's coming back, hot off that loss with Minnesota. He's gonna put it on the Rams this week.
This is a real tough one, but after just putting some serious consideration here, how can you go wrong with Sam Darnold right now with Minnesota Vikings? Right now, he is on fire. He's on fire! Like, this guy is just making it happen. Mm-hmm. And so I would say, I'd say put Sam Darnold. Defensively, I'm going to choose, this is going to be crazy, but I'm going to choose the Kansas City Chiefs. I think why I'm going to go with the Chiefs on Monday night, it's because so far we're seeing New Orleans as being inconsistent. So we already know with Chris Jones, they're going to try to go after Derek. They're familiar with Derek Carr, so they know already how to get after him. And then also, too, they're just going to defensively have to make sure that Alvin Kamara does not run out, make sure that Rashid doesn't get attacked in the air. So that's my take on it. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move on over to Driz and Los Players of the Week. Driz, who did you nominate?
Okay, so for me, defensively, Chris Jones. He had a monster game. Look, here's the stats. He had 4 tackles, 2 sacks, 6 pressures. He dominated. He's a big reason why they couldn't get anything going on the run game or offensively, right? So, and I'm sort of being biased at the same time, but still. And then offensively, Derrick Henry, man. Listen, you're going against a Buffalo defense, which is not bad by any means. And he put up 199 rushing yards and a million touchdowns. He went crazy this week. Give me Derrick Henry.
I'm going to have to say Mr. Trevor Lawrence put that whooping on Atlanta that last game. They shut him one by shutout, and he just did great. This did a great job.
Trevor Lawrence. Take an L for that.
Yeah,
Brett.
okay.
This guy.
Looking at the wrong week.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what about you, Don, while he's trying to make up his mind over here?
I'm going to have to go with defensively. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay because they shut Philly down. It's like they couldn't do absolutely nothing. It's like, I mean, where's Philly at? It's like, what's going on? And then on the other side, I'm going to have to go with Baker Mayfield. I mean, he was distributing out the ball to almost every receiver known to man against that defense. And it's like, threw for over, 300 yards and had like at least 3 touchdowns, I believe. So it's like against a Philly defense that usually doesn't give up that many yards. I mean, he was all on that whole game.
Give it to Joe Flacco of the Colts. What a resurgence coming back. It was good to see him. And shout out to our boy Cole World. He was out there at that game and just having a good time there. I know he watched his because he's a big Colts fan and watched his team win. Defensively, give it to the Minnesota Vikings. Again, the Purple People Eaters coming back. They gave Jordan a hard time. They disrupted him, but they almost gave it away the second half. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, the Vikings, they're getting ready to go to London, I believe, and they play the Jets, and we'll talk about that on the Week 5 pick. All right, let's take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
With spring here and all the storms on their way, you need to make sure you have the proper home, auto, and all your properties insured. We here at Razor Cut Information just can't get enough of our favorite insurance man, Ernie Ruelas. Please visit Ernie and his State Farm agency at 11330 East Central Avenue, Suite 400, Wichita, Kansas, 316-682-2300. Thank you so much, Ernie.
Let's kick it off with the Thursday night game. We have an NFC South showdown. We've got the Buccaneers going against the Atlanta Falcons. Brett, who are you taking?
Bucks.
I'm going to have to go with the Bucks also.
Give me the Bucks, baby. Baker Mayfield, former Sooner, playing lights out. Great offense, great defense. The Bucks are looking so good this year, man, and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan.
I'll make this short and sweet. Atlanta has weapons, but yet their line is questionable, and Kirk Cousins just inconsistencies. And so Tampa Bay is just playing to their strengths. They're not like a super cool team, but they just do what they need to do. And so I'm going to take the Buccaneers as well. Next up, we have the Jets.
Jets.
Going against the Skull, the Purple People Eaters of the Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota.
Right now, Minnesota's looking hot. Right now, after last week, that way the Jets played, I just got to give it to Minnesota.
Yeah, it's Minnesota. Sam Darnold's playing lights out with that offense, and I'm so disappointed in how Aaron Rodgers has been playing. This is what we've been waiting for, Aaron Rodgers to be healthy and play well, and he has not been playing well, man. And it's very surprising. I don't know what's going on. Don't know if it's injury from last year or if he's getting old and now he's washed. I don't know what's going on, but he has not been looking too good. Not as good as we all thought, man.
I agree, Tristan. I mean, here's the deal. The thing is, Minnesota is playing where they need to be. I mean, you got Addison running the ball there. Jay Jetta's doing what he needs to do. And just Sam Darnold's just getting that team going. It's making them just cruise on through. And I mean, they're close. They're knocking on that door and getting that division. But, I mean, they still have to play Detroit. But right now, I don't see I do see a little bit of the Jets to see where they can expose them a little bit. But if Sam Darnold keeps doing what he's doing, he's not going to have any problems. I'm going to take Minnesota. Next up, we have an AFC East showdown. We have Flipper in the town. Miami Dolphins going against the New England Patriots. Driz, who you taking?
Oh, my gosh. Give me the Patriots. Listen, without a quarterback, without Tua, the Dolphins are clueless offensively. Tyler Huntley is not going to get the job done. He cannot give the ball. I mean, we all saw him play, right? Tyreek Hill was wide open for this massive touchdown. He's just very inaccurate, and he does not look good. And unfortunately, that was their offense. So it's going to be New England on this one for me.
Well, I'm definitely taking New England as well. Usually in this rivalry game, Miami can sometimes get New England's number, but not this time.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with New England because of their defense. They have a decent defense, and right now, Miami's proven that without Tua, they just can't distribute the ball the way they need to the receivers and win. So that's my pick.
This is simple. New England is a team that right now they've been questioned. They've been slapped around, not physically, but they're just looking at it like, hey, no one's giving us no respect. I know that offensively we're not the best, and defensively we're doing what we can to get things going, but Miami is in disarray. Coaching decision right now is not looking hot right now, and I'm not going to blame the defense, not the defense, but the head coach and Daniels. But the problem I'm seeing, they're not playing to nobody's strengths, and you got weapons out there, and they don't know what to do. It's kind of like, hey, what are we supposed to do? We have all these arsenals, and we're plagued with injuries.
He looks defeated.
It's just they look demoralized. And so right now, I just feel New England's going to take advantage of that, and I got New England winning this game.
Yep.
We have an AFC South showdown. We have them Colts of Indianapolis going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Don, who takes it?
I'm going to have to roll with Jacksonville on this one because with Anthony Richardson kind of coming back hobbled and Jonathan Taylor may be injured, it's not looking good for him right now. So I'm going to have to roll with Jacksonville.
I'm going to say different. I'm going to say Indianapolis. What was it Flacco that came out there? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Flacco came out there, and he's still sharp. I'm gonna give it to Flacco on them for Indianapolis.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go with the Colts simply because Trevor Lawrence has been consistent. In my opinion, has been playing very well, and as a team, they have not looked good. Anthony Richardson has a lot of growing to do, but whether he's in or out, if Joe Flacco's in there, it's a win. Yeah. But if Richardson's in there, I still think he can lead them to a victory over the Jags.
I'm going to defer and say, no, I'm going to take Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville will get out of their growing pains, and they're going to say, hey, you know what? We can't go 0-5. This is not good. Last week, they exposed the Houston Texans. Their defense was getting after C.J. Stroud. It was still a shootout, and even though they still lost, I saw a lot of improvement in the Jaguars' play. Trevor Lawrence is still a good quarterback. They just need to get everybody else going. Don't abandon the run game. Start utilizing who you have. I mean, switch out Indian, put in Bigsby. I mean, I don't care what you got to do, but you just got to keep pursuing, keep going. Because right now, even though we thought that Houston was just that elite, well, they're still banged up. So they're not really the cream of the crop yet. So I'm going to take Jacksonville trying to get back onto their feet. Next up, we have a AFC North showdown. We have them Dirty Birds, the Squawk, the Baltimore Ravens going against, welcome to the jungle, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Right now, Baltimore's hot. Right now, I'm going to have to go with them because who can stop Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson right now?
I have to say the same. Baltimore look great against Buffalo, and they're on a tear right now.
Yeah, give me Baltimore because, I don't trust that Bengals defense to stop Henry. Henry's been on a roll, and, bro, the Bengals struggled against Carolina. I mean, they beat them, but I felt like it wasn't a very good win, so it's going to be Baltimore this week.
I'm going to take Baltimore as well, but what concerns me is that Baltimore can get beat in the air. You saw that game against the Chiefs. The Chiefs were able to beat them in their secondary. Also, too, Josh Allen was just tearing them apart, even though they lost convincingly. But Josh Allen was still able to do things still to their second. And now you got T. Higgins possibly coming back with Jamar Chase. And it's just, this is a divisional game. They know each other well. And I still think it's going to be a close game, but I just feel Baltimore's going to go into town and go ahead and have tiger meat. All right, we have a nice AFC West showdown. We have the commitment to excellence, Don's team, the Raiders, coming down to the Mile High, visit the Rocky Mountain High Denver Broncos. Who are you taking?
This is tough. Give me the Broncos. I don't trust the Raiders. Listen, and y'all have been surprising me this season. Y'all been doing a lot more better than I would have thought. And the Raiders have been doing what I suspected. So, but give me the Broncos. Since y'all are home, so I'm going to give y'all the advantage.
I'm saying like this. If Gardner Minshew continues to play scared, then it's going to be Denver. Because it looks like he's playing scared right now to me.
Hey, I'm going to go with my boys. I'm always going to stay faithful. Because right now, even with all the controversy going right now, they're coming together and rallying around each other. So they're going to come down to Denver and to keep that streak going and beating them down in Mile High.
I'm going to defer again and say, no, I think Denver's going to win because, like what Tristan said, look at this defense. This defense has kept the Broncos in the game. They are working it. Patrick Surtain locked up Garrett Wilson last week. He couldn't do anything. And if there's no Devontae Adams, they're going to go the next man up. And the next person they got to lock up is probably Jacoby Myers. And then they're just going to try to keep that game contained. Bo Nix is still growing. He doesn't have weapons. So it's like we just got to play to what we can. And right now, we're just not a threat. And so this game is going to prove coming back home because we've lost at home. We've won 2 games on the road. Can we come home, get a win so we can be above 500? So I'm going to take the Broncos. We have a NFC West showdown. We have the red and bright Arizona Cardinals going against the gold rush of the San Francisco 49ers. Brett, who are you taking?
I think I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna take San Francisco on this one. I mean, they haven't looked too bad with with all the injuries to their key players. They haven't looked too terribly bad. So, but since it is a rival game, San Francisco at home, I'm taking them.
I'm also going to take San Francisco right now because Arizona seems to be getting a little inconsistent lately, and Kyler Murray is just not getting the ball to anybody else that he needs to help him win. So I'm going to have to go with San Francisco.
I'm going with San Francisco. Now, I haven't been paying much attention to the Cardinals. I was excited for them at the beginning of the season, but looking at their record and getting blown out by the Commanders, I'm like, I wonder what the problem is there. But I am going with San Fran because they've just proven that they've got the better team. So.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to take San Francisco as well. There's just no way around it. I just feel that Arizona's defense is not good. I mean, the talent's not there. And offensively, Kyle Murray's playing great. Marvin doing great. Mike Wilson doing great. It's just that defensively, it's not helping. If they start going into a shootout, they're going to lose because at the end, it's like all it takes is one stop. And then if they can develop on that, Arizona's not going to be able to do anything. So I'm going to take San Francisco. We have a very interesting matchup coming up here. We have the Buffalo Bills going against H-Town, the Houston Texans. So we have Stephon Diggs playing against his former team. Don, who you taking?
It's going to be pretty tough, but I think Houston's going to, rally around and, get the little ball movement. So I'm going to pick them.
I'm going to have to say Buffalo. I don't see Buffalo losing 2 back-to-back games. But I mean, but at the same time they had that huge hiccup against the Ravens the other night. So, but I say they bounce back and they win against Texans.
I'm going to give Buffalo because Buffalo's just a better team in my opinion. And Houston, they haven't been playing to the caliber that they're able to. And I'm not sure what the reason is in that aspect, but just like seeing the scores of some of the teams they played, like they barely beat the Bears, they barely beat the Jags, they lost to Minnesota. Like it's just they haven't been playing how I thought they were going to play this season. So give me Buffalo.
I'm going to agree with Tristan on this. The thing is with Houston, they have the weapons, but right now their run game with Mixon out, they took a step back. And also you have Damian Pierce still been out, so that's not helping. And so then also on top of that, defensively, they suck. They don't create a threat. And you got Josh Allen that's going to be running all over you, and he's going to make sure, hey, you know what? This is going to be a field day for me, and I'm going to make sure everyone's so keep an eye out for Johnson. He's the rookie wide receiver, right? The one from Florida State for the Buffalo. Johnson, right?
Keon Coleman?
Yeah, Coleman. Yeah, Coleman. Coleman's going to have a great game. I'm telling you. I see it. Kincaid and Knox, those guys need to step up. Everybody has to get going. Josh Allen can't just be holding on to the ball running for dear life. Baltimore gave them a nice sting, letting them know, hey, you know what? You're not all that. So they brought them down to earth. Now they got to work their way back up. Next up, we have the G-Men. The New York Giants going against the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm going to give the win to Seattle. I just think they're a much better team and they have a lot more playmakers, but I do think it's going to be close because the Giants have been playing pretty well this season, not because of Daniel Jones, but because of everybody else on that field, right? Mm-hmm. Like Malik Neighbors is playing lights out, and I think they just got great offensive weapons. But every single game they've lost has been a very close game, and I expect them to be the same against the Seahawks.
I'm also going to pick the Seahawks to win because they just, with the weapons and defensively, and, New York's going to keep it close. But I think with Malik Neighbors coming off that concussion, he may or may not play. So that'd be the main reason why I'll pick Seattle to win.
Definitely Seattle.
I'm going to take Seattle. Seattle overall, Geno Smith and DK Metcalf has just been playing great. Then you got Kimball Walker running the ball. Seattle's an interesting team. Do I say they're a Super Bowl caliber team? No. But because defensively they are struggling as well, but they can keep the game interesting. And so Tyler Lockett needs to get more involved offensively as well. And they just have to just make sure that they keep scoring, try to get these teams off the field. And so now they're going to get their test when they have to play the 49ers going forward. But be on the lookout. I feel Seattle is going to represent the NFC West going into playoffs, but I'm not going to say conference. All I'm just saying is they just still got some growing pains they still need to do. Next up, we have the Green Bay Packers going against the Ram Jams of the Los Angeles Rams. Don, who you thinking?
Got to go with Green Bay. Green Bay's got too many weapons, and the Rams are too banged up right now, with both of their receivers out. So that's just how it is.
Taking Green Bay, too. They're looking good right now, man. I mean, with Jordan Love coming back, and they're going to get a little even better, so Green Bay.
Yeah, give me Green Bay. The reason they lost last week was just because of stupid mistakes by Love, too many turnovers. They shouldn't have lost that game, but it's a rivalry game. But I do see them bouncing back this week and win.
I'm gonna go take Green Bay as well. They're gonna bring all their fans, all the cheese, all the sauerkraut, everything you name it. They're gonna pack it all up and go to Los Angeles. So I'll take Green Bay. We have the Monday night game. We have the New Orleans Saints going against Chiefs Kingdom.
Let's go.
Kansas City Chiefs. Don, who you taking?
I'm going to be a hater and say New Orleans is going to win this one.
Hater.
Only because, really, to be realistic, there's, because even if with their defense, right now you just lost your top running back, your top receiver, and, Patrick Mahomes, he's still trying to find, people to throw to, and there have been some drops. They did have a close game with the Chargers, but these totals are going to start adding up, so I'm going to have to give the edge slightly to New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm taking I'm going to take KC. I mean, defense has been stepping up, but at the same time, defense can only save you so much. But if KC wins, it's going to be by not by too much, but by a little bit.
Give me Kansas City, baby. I don't know what you're talking about, Don. Listen, Mahomes. The reason we've struggled this season is because Mahomes hasn't been playing well, and I mean he's been saved by our defense, and that's obvious. So, but here's the thing: at the end, he's Mahomes. He's gonna bounce back. I truly and fully, I believe he's gonna bounce back. Now that Rice is out, Kelsey's gonna get a lot more targets. And we got Kareem Hunt back. He had like 64 rushing yards, and it was his first game back after not playing how long? Like, come on, man. Don't disrespect us. Once we take your receiver, then it's game over, okay? We're getting Devontae Adams. I'm calling right now, guys. But, no, I think it's going to be a win. And I think this week Mahomes is going to play real well. We saw him finally connect on a deep ball to Xavier Worthy. I think Worthy's going to get a lot more work, too. This just opens the door for everybody else, gives a lot more opportunity for everybody else on the offense, and that's what excites me. So,
speaking of that, Tristan, Xavier Worthy, where did he go to college at?
He went to UT.
What's the University of Tennessee?
Not that one, not that UT.
Where
does it matter which UT?
Yeah, it does matter. So it helps me lay the platform out. Where did he go to college at?
He's in Texas.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep,
ding,
yep.
ding, ding. All right. And yes, I'll take Kansas City because you said it on the. Patrick Mahomes has to get Travis Kelce. I mean, hey, my guy, I know you're probably listening to the show, and if you aren't, you're always welcome to come to the show. Dude, you need to stay focused on football. Something is wrong in the air. Something is wrong. And I'm not talking Phil Collins. It's in the air tonight. I'm just saying that you are just looking lost. You don't look like motivated. And the thing is that like what Driz said, Mahomes is the heart of the team. And, everyone's rallying around him. And then on defense, like Chris Jones and everybody, everyone's playing their part. And you're going against a team that's coming in. You've got Alvin Kamara, lights, camera, Kamara in action, that he's going to go out there. He's going to try to run his tail off. And then you got Rashid being able to light it up on the offense. Derek Carr is familiar with this team. So I'm going to take Kansas City, but it's going to be a close game. Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers going against the Bears. Chicago Bears.
I mean, Carolina's looking a little bit more decent now that they got the red rifle in there. But I'm gonna say the edge is gonna go to Chicago on this one.
I'm gonna have to roll with Carolina on this one because Andy Dalton does have him moving the ball pretty well. Even though they just came off that loss to Cincinnati, I think against that Chicago defense, he's gonna move it around and get him going again.
This is interesting. I think Caleb Williams is playing real well. Andy Dalton coming in has been making the offense look so good, but they both have pretty bad defenses. Despite that, give me Carolina because Caleb Williams still does not have an offensive line. They could be doing so well this season if he had a great line, but offensively, I give the edge to Carolina, and I think that's why they're going to win this game.
I'm going to take Carolina as well. I just feel that they're going to have to do a dual committee. Miles Sanders has to step up. They need him to get him more involved because Hubbard is taking all the reps, but all it takes is an injury, and then he's out. And plus, too, you got wide receiver. I know I don't know what's the update on Thielen, but someone next up has to step up. So Carolina has to start getting everybody in because it's going to be a team effort deal. All right, we have the game of the week. It's brought to you by Prime Nutrition. Visit our friend JT for all your supplemental needs. So, Tristan, work on your protein and all that good stuff. Holler at our boy JT. We have them boys. Brett's second favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys, going against all the Ravens fans that they look up to, the Iron Curtain, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Driz, who you taking?
Who's home?
Pittsburgh.
Give me, I think this is a tough one because Pittsburgh really doesn't got an offense, great defense. Dallas, on the other hand, they got a good team. They're Dallas, so they always screw everything up, right? So I think since Pittsburgh's home, I think they're going to come out with the win. Dallas just makes dumb mistakes. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's Dallas. What can I say? Like, they got weapons, but for some reason, they just somehow find a way to lose. So give me Pittsburgh. I think their defense is really going to show out this week and give them this win.
I'm also going to go with Pittsburgh because right now on the defensive side of the ball, they just lost Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. Mm-hmm. So with them two out, Pittsburgh's going to run the ball well. And, of course, Justin Fields, if he has to run the ball, he will too. And so right now Dallas is gonna try, but they just defensively ain't gonna be able to stop Pittsburgh. So I'm gonna have to give it to them in the home.
Definitely Pittsburgh. Yeah, I know. I sound like a hater, but
Yeah, you sure do.
yeah, but I don't care. We come on. The writing's on the wall here for the Dallas Cowboys. Like I said, ain't making the playoffs. Definitely Pittsburgh.
All right. I'm going to take Pittsburgh as well. They're at home. They're going to get rowdy. In Dallas right now, they're hurting, and they're going to get after Dak. They're going to want him to throw the ball. They're going to just do everything they can to get his number going. And right now, they need not only just CeeDee Lamb to go because he's doing what he can, but we got to have Ferguson step up. They need Turpin. Everybody needs to start stepping up. Because right now, everything that's going on in the Big D, it's not working. It's not working, and your guys are looking mediocre. So speaking of that, I just noticed one more game that we missed. Washington.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What is up with Washington?
Well, they are on a roll. Well, like I said a couple of weeks ago.
Who are you picking?
I'm definitely Washington. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, if they can get in the red zone, and dominate in the red zone, they can. If they can get in the red zone, dominate, they can definitely win. And if they can improve on their defense, they can win there too. And they have done both excellent jobs against these last three games. So I'm definitely taking Washington. I am totally a believer.
I'm gonna have to go with Washington also because Cleveland right now, that team seems to be in disarray. They just came off a loss in Vegas, and Deshaun Watson's just not doing it for him, moving the ball around. So I'm gonna have to go with Washington.
Give me Washington, baby. Jaden Daniels looks immaculate. I mean, you guys finally got a quarterback. I saw this graphic, and it showed all the passes Terry McLaurin's caught a pass from a quarterback, and it's like 10 different quarterbacks. He's finally got a good quarterback who looks like he's going to be staying there for a while. So good for you guys and good for Washington. Give me Washington this week.
All hail the Commanders. I'm telling you, this is a fun team to watch. Their colors remind me of my alma mater here in Wichita, Kansas, Wichita West High School. That's our colors there. Let me tell you something. Let's go back to the Ron Rivera days where they were trying to get something going, couldn't get nothing going. And now you got Dan Quinn that has a jewel. He has a quarterback. He's young, juvenated, and he brings up the morale up. And now Terry McLaurin right now has someone that's throwing. I mean, he's doing a clinic out there. Oh, yeah. What a great way of getting everybody going. And now they have a nice run, 1-2 punch on the running game. This is a fun team to watch. And honestly, if I'm not mistaken, Driz, on your first football game you went to, didn't you see them play against the Commanders?
Yeah, in a preseason game.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. And I'm telling you right now, salutations to our friend that we lost here, Kyle, who was a big Commanders fan. Shout out to you, buddy. Hope it's a better place. But like I said, shout out to the family. We miss you, my friend. Just want to tell you, man, you be proud of your team right now. Your Commanders are doing great. They're a fun team to watch. And I'm telling you right now, be careful, NFC East, because the Commanders keep doing what they're doing. They're going to take over that division.
Oh, yeah.
So be on that lookout for that.
That's right.
All right, that concludes week 5 of the picks. Let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Razor Cut Information would like to thank you, Ernie Relas, at State Farm, located at 11330 East Central, Wichita, Kansas. Please visit Ernie to talk about your home, auto, life insurance needs. As they say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Thank you, Ernie.
And next up on the show that we're doing next, we got...
Bruh.
I don't know.
All right, man. Don, talk to me, man. What's going on, bro?
Man, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the Eagles right now because, they go to Tampa Bay and just get straight, just like they laid over and died. I mean, like, what's up? They're supposed to be better than that. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, they were supposed to be the team that's supposed to be dominating the NFC East. And right now, it's the Commanders, so they needed to get it together, man, because they're supposed to be the ones, that's supposed to be running it. So we'll have to see in these next couple of weeks what happens after they bye week.
I don't know about what was it, Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins, they paying you all that money in Atlanta, man, but we're still seeing you do Kirk Cousins type things. Like you have a good game here, you turn around and have a bad game there, and then and then you just fall apart all together. Get it together, man. They paying you. Come on, bro.
Man, my bro's gonna be on my own team actually, on Mahomes. So, those of you guys I didn't even see, he threw a pick, and then that same exact play, trying to knock down the defender, he hurt Rashee Rice. He went down for a tackle, knocked Rashee Rice's knee out, man. So in one play, he threw a pick and took out his star receiver. Bruh, terrible play. Yeah, I got a joke on that. So.
Man, I want to holler about the dog pound. Cleveland Browns. Bruh. Really? Come on, Deshaun. You let the Raiders get you guys? Or you guys had that game in your hand, and you guys just went one-dimensional. I mean, shout out to all our Raider fans out there at the Barron, our local club here in Wichita, Kansas, all the Raider fans. I'm telling you guys, Cleveland, what's going on, man? What is going on? I know Garrett been out, and you guys had some injuries going on, but you guys need to get it together. All right. It's that time. It is that time. Adrius, hit the lights. All right. Brett, let's go ahead and light up those candles. Don't get into your baby face mode, okay? We're tuning into the quiet pillow football talk. So, Driz, let's kick it off with you. What do you got on your mind?
Man, that was the Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans was a terrible game to watch. Offensively, they got no quarterbacks on either side. Specifically more for the Dolphins. I feel so bad for them this season. Now players are going down left and right, and it just looks like they're not going to win another game this season because they got no quarterback. You know, it sucks for them. It's bad. You thought they were going to have a good season, and now look at where they are.
Flipper looked like he's drying up.
Yeah, Philadelphia Eagles, come on to the front of the congregation, my man. Come on to the front of the congregation.
Holler at him.
Yes. Y'all was talking all that stuff. All you Eagles fans was up in my face, talking about fly Eagles fly and all of that nonsense, man. What you doing? We dominating. We taking over the NFC, baby. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I mean, you got your little Saquon. You got all that. That's cute and all. But in the end of the day, you're still the Eagles. Cry, Eagles, cry.
Facts.
Man, what's up with Aaron Rodgers, man? You were talking all this noise, talking about when y'all get back, y'all supposed to be running y'all division and making y'all run to the Super Bowl. But what's going on with y'all? You looking like you actually look like you're 40 years old, man. You're supposed to be the next Tom Brady, to be the everlasting man, but I don't know what's going on right now because your mobility is not doing it for you. Your defense can only hold you for so long, but you got to do better. You got to get this ball distributed out to your players. You got to do better, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
I don't even know where to start. Should I get in my feelings or let's talk football? All right. Well, since you took the Jets, I'm going to take the Texans. Texans, you guys were supposed to promising me that you guys are going to run the AFC South, and right now I'm questioning. I'm having small doubts. I need validation, assurance that you're going to be who you said you were going to be. I want to be able to go to the rally house and go get me a size small shirt, make me look bigger, make me look more confident with that Houston Texan logo. But right now I don't want to do that. So you make me want to just go to Walmart and go get me a Kansas City Chiefs shirt because I'll save money that way. All right, well, that just kind of concludes everything. All right, lights up, everybody. Well, the last but not least, we have
the last word of Don. And my last word is hey, even though Devontae wants out of Vegas right now, our team's still going to hold it together, and we're going to still, commit to excellence. Just because we don't have Devontae playing right now, we still got a good core team. We're going to do our things. We're going to come out and still represent, and we're still going to shock the world. That's my last word for today.
Okay, my last word. Like I said, NFC, no more cloudy days for us Commander fans. The black clouds are gone. We're on top of the world now. We leading.
yes.
We are going to the promised land, folks.
Back to reality.
See, I I can hop on that. I can't hop on with what you said, Don. No, listen, y'all. There's there's nothing bright about y'all's future right now, and Devontae not playing is not good. Just I understand being a fan and having hope, but not this year, man. Not this year. So that's my last word for all you Raiders fans.
Oh, geez, I don't know where to start. My last word is, it's just how I'm gonna try to wrap this up as a whole. You know, this last week, a lot of games were decided by minimal margin, a lot of upsets, and where my last word is that right now we only have 2 teams that are undefeated. That's
Yep,
the
Chiefs
and
Kingdom,
and the
baby.
Vikings, the Purple People Eaters. Would we assume that these two are going to be in the Super Bowl? Who knows? But I'm telling you right now, my last word is, you got to give a shout out to the Ravens. The Ravens shown again, this is why they went after Derrick Henry. They went after him because they needed someone to take the pressure off Lamar. Raven fans, you guys have a core offense. Still no passing game. Zay Flowers is probably your number 1 target. And then what's up with your tight ends? Man, Mark Andrews likely have not done nothing.
Well, that's because they've been very run heavy. They have not been passing the ball like
So I don't know if you guys took a pill from last year and said, nope, we're not going to do that. If you guys are going to advance in the AFC, you got to use all your weapons. So come on, you guys. Get Justice Hill involved as well. Justice Hill
Oh, he got
was
involved
doing
last
great.
game.
So that's our last word. Any shout-outs before we go?
Shout out to Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
Advancing to the divisional round.
All
This is
right,
the first
all right,
time we
all
made playoffs since 2015. Last time we made playoffs, guess what? Won the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Is this foreshadowing for another World Series win?
I'm all for that.
And I'm all for that too.
I say they're the dark horse. They'd be the miracle team. 'Cause
Oh,
I think that if they really tried, they can beat the Yankees.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, shout out to the fellas here for coming out talking sports, and forget you, Driz. The Raiders still going to succeed.
Shout out to you guys, man. It's always fun to talk to you guys as well. Shout out to our friends and family that tune into our show. Shout out to Eric and the gang there. We're going to be tuning in quite a bit of new shows coming up. I don't have the names yet, you guys, so it's a work in progress. But like I said, we're expanding. And like I said, for all the people that don't listen to sports, that don't listen to comic books, that don't listen to movie reviews, we're going to do bull riding. Yeah, so if you're into bull riding, we're gonna try that out. And also, we're still working on a fishing show for all the people that are fly fishers that want to tune into more skills, more adventures. That's coming up as well. Until then, you guys stay safe, be blessed. We look forward to week 6. We're out.